Are you feeling stuck, like every day is just slipping by and you're not getting any closer to the life you want? You're not alone. Many of us feel like we're spinning our wheels, wasting our time on things that don't matter and missing out on what really does. But here's the truth. It doesn't have to be this way. You can stop wasting your life starting right now. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you 5 powerful steps to break free from feeling lost and to start living with purpose and intention. So if you're ready to stop feeling like life is just passing you by, keep watching, because today we're going to uncover what's holding you back and how you can take control of your time, your choices, and your future. So let's start with the truth. You might not even realize that you're wasting your life because it's become normal. But here are some signs that you need to look out for. First, you feel unmotivated or like you're stuck in a rut. Every day feels like a repeat of the last. You wake up with no energy, no excitement, just feeling of getting it through another day. That's a sign you're drifting and not living. Second, you're constantly procrastinating or delaying important tasks. You've got big dreams, but they're always on the back burner. You keep telling yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. Third, you're probably living on autopilot. You're going through the motions, work, eat, sleep, repeat, but none of it feels really meaningful. It's like you're a spectator in your own life, just watching it happen. Fourth, there's a lack of purpose or direction. You don't have a clear idea of what you want or why you're doing what you're doing. You're just moving through life with no real destination in mind. Do any of these sound familiar? If so, it's time to take a step back and realize that something needs to change. And that's what this video is all about. So if you're ready to stop feeling stuck and start living a life that excites you, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. And let's commit to making that change together. All right, let's dive into the first step. This is getting clear on what actually matters to you. So here's the reality. You can't make any real changes until you know what you're aiming for. Most of us are wasting our lives because we don't have a clear sense of purpose. We're chasing goals that don't mean anything to us, getting caught up in what everyone else says that we should be doing. So here's what I want you to do. Grab a piece of paper or open a note on your phone and write down 3 things that matter to you the most. So I'm talking about your core values. The things that if everything else was stripped away, you would still want these in your life. Is it family, health, personal growth, making a difference? Whatever it is, get honest with yourself. Don't think about what sounds good or what you should care about. Think about what really lights you up, what you'd fight to protect, what gives you a reason to get out of bed in the morning. See, once you know what matters, you can start making decisions that align with those values. You'll stop wasting time on things that don't actually serve you, and you'll start focusing on what really matters. So now that you know what really matters to you, let's talk about step 2. So all the stuff that's getting in the way, those time wasters that are sucking the life out of your days. So be real with yourself here. How much time are you spending scrolling through social media, binge watching TV shows, or just mindlessly clicking on one thing to the next? See, it's easy to lose hours without even realizing it, doing things that don't really add any value to your life. So here's the challenge. I want you to do a quick audit of your day. So track how you're spending every hour, from the moment that you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. Look at where your time is going and ask yourself, is this bringing me closer to the life I want, or is it just a distraction? Once you've identified the biggest time wasters, start setting boundaries. So that might mean deleting certain apps from your phone, setting time limits on how long you can watch TV, or simply just committing to spending your time on activities that align with those core values that you wrote down earlier. Remember, time is your most valuable resource. Every minute that you spend, every minute that you waste is a minute that you will never get back. So cut out the distractions and start investing your time in the things that actually matter to you. Step 3 is all about creating daily intentions. And trust me, this one is a game changer. Most of us drift through our days without any real direction, and then we wonder why we feel lost or unfulfilled. It's because we're not being intentional about how we spend our time and energy. So here's what you need to do. Every morning, take just a couple of minutes to set a clear intention for your day. Ask yourself, what is one thing that I can do today that aligns with what matters most to me? See, it doesn't have to be something big. It's just one small meaningful action that brings you closer to the life you want. Write it down, say it out loud, make it real. This could be as simple as spending 15 minutes reading a book that inspires you, reaching out to someone that you care about, or finally starting that project that you've been putting off. When you start your day with intention, you give yourself a target to aim for, and this keeps you focused, grounded, and moving in the right direction. No more drifting, just deliberate, purposeful action that moves you closer to your goals day by day. And step 4 is embrace mindfulness and be present. So this is where you take back control of your life one moment at a time. Here's the truth. Life isn't happening in the past or in the future. It's happening right now, in this very moment. But most of us are so distracted, so caught up in our thoughts that we miss it. We're worrying about what comes next, regretting what's already happened, and meanwhile, life just passes us by. Mindfulness is about tuning into the present moment, fully experiencing it and appreciating it for what it is. And you don't have to be a meditation expert to start practicing mindfulness. It can be as simple as taking 5 minutes to breathe deeply and focus on the sensations in your body, or noticing the sights, sounds, and smells as you walk around outside. See, when you practice mindfulness, you train your brain to slow down, to focus, to really live in each moment. You stop wasting time on things that you can't control, and you start finding joy and meaning in the here and now. So today, try it out. Commit to being fully present for just a few moments and notice how it changes the way you feel, how you see the world, and how you connect with yourself and others. This is where life happens, in the present, and it's yours to live right now. Step 5, take action and start small. This is where the rubber meets the road. Look, I get it. When you think about changing your life, it can feel overwhelming. You might feel like you have to take some massive earth-shattering move to see any real differences. But here's the thing, you don't. See, big changes, they happen through small and consistent actions. The key is to start right now, today. Don't wait for the perfect moment or for the stars to align, because they won't. Start with one small step that moves you closer to where you want to be. Maybe it's getting up 30 minutes early to work on that project that you've been dreaming about. Maybe it's calling someone that you've been meaning to reconnect with, or taking a 10-minute walk to just clear your head. What matters is that you do something, because every action, no matter how small, builds momentum. It sends signals to yourself that you're serious about changing your life. And before you know it, those small actions, they start to add up, creating real, meaningful change. So take that first step today. Don't wait, don't overthink it, just start. And let that action build into something bigger. Now, let's talk about what's probably going on in your head right now. The fears, the doubts, the excuses. And hey, I get it, change is scary. But if you don't face these fears head on, they're going to keep running the show. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I don't have time for this. But the truth is, you're already spending time on things that don't serve you. You have the time, you just need to decide what's more important to you. Or maybe you're saying something like, I'm afraid of failing. Listen, failure is just a step on the path to success. Every failure is a lesson, a chance to grow stronger, smarter, more resilient. The only true failure is doing nothing and staying stuck where you are. And maybe there's this fear of judgment. What will other people think? Let me ask you, are you going to live your life based upon what other people think? Or are you going to live it for yourself? People will always have opinions, but they don't have to dictate your choices. You might even feel overwhelmed thinking, well, where do I even start? Start where you are, with what you have, with what you can do right now. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be something. Remember, the biggest mistake that you can make is waiting for the right moment, the right mood, the right opportunity. Don't wait, face your fears, challenge your excuses, and take action. Your life is waiting on the other side of that fear. So now it's time for you to take action right now. I want you to commit to making one change today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Think about it. Everything that we've talked about, getting clear on what matters, eliminating time wasters, setting daily intentions, being mindful, and taking that first small step. Pick just one thing, one step that you can take today to start moving your life in the direction that you want. And I want you to write it down. Write it in the comments below, actually, and share your commitment with me and everyone else that's going to watch this, because when you put it out there, when you say it out loud, you're making it real. You're holding yourself accountable. And maybe your one thing is setting a daily intention every morning. Maybe it's spending 10 minutes practicing mindfulness. Whatever it is, commit to it. Make it small, make it doable, but make it happen today. And remember, every step that you take brings you closer to the life that you truly want. And let me leave you with this. Your life is happening right now. It's not happening tomorrow, not someday, but right now. And you have the power to change it. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to keep living in a way that feels empty or unfulfilling. You can make the choices today to start living with purpose, to take control of your time, your energy, and your direction. It's not about making perfect choices or never failing, but it's about making intentional choices that align with what really matters to you and being brave enough to take the first step, no matter how small. So go out there and do it. Take that first step today, and remember, you're not alone in this journey. If you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. And share it with someone who you think needs to hear it. Thank you for watching, and remember, you've only got one life, so make it count.